Hello, this is Dean Malone with CompassFX. I hope you're doing well today and you get some good trades. I've had some questions from folks on the DOTS method indicator. How does it handle the news? Well, it's interesting because the DOTS method indicator has nothing to do with the news. It simply follows price action and looks to see if price is expanding or contracting in the marketplace. And then at the beginning of the session, it plots the levels to trade. It plots entry levels and target levels. It plots a stop loss level, and both on the sell side and on the buy side. So when the news comes out, you kind of already have an idea of where to potentially enter and exit. Now last night, when the Eurozone core CPI data came out and it was worse than expected, the market made a strong move down. It hit the sell entry level, and if you had held this all the way through to the sell target number 2, that was a 48 pip trade. If you just held it from the sell entry right down to where it pinned, right down the sell target number 1, 26 pip trade. So I'm letting you see what took place based upon the news related to the DOTS levels. So again, DOTS isn't looking at news items, it's just plotting levels based upon price action. Taking a look at the Euro Kiwi, now we had some news related to the Kiwi before we had some news related to the Euro. We saw some strength in the Kiwi, then we saw some weakness in the Kiwi. We also saw some strength in the German retail sales number last night. So we had this movement down, strength in the Kiwi, moved it down, and so from the sell entry to the sell target number 1, 21 pips. Then the market turned abruptly around on some better than expected German retail sales, expected about 0.6%. It came out 2.5%. Strong move back up in the Euro, and it literally within the next 30 minutes went from the buy entry level all the way up to the buy target number 2 level for another 34 pip trade. Then when the CPI data came out, it made an abrupt move back the other way, triggered another sell entry level, did not stop you out back at the sell stop loss level, and then pushed on down even beyond the sell target number 2 level. Now you could have taken that trade. So look at this, 21 pips down, 34 pips up, and then another 21 pips down. Now I've got folks also wanting to know, what do you do about when it goes beyond the levels during the news? And here's a case in point. Look at the euro dollar. The euro dollar just fell off the cliff during that Eurozone CPI number. So how do you factor in this? Well, you could stack them, but my thought is look at last week's high and low. Look at yesterday's high and low. Look at the previous session's high and low. And maybe from previous highs and lows, you can determine the possibility of where it's going. And sure enough, go take a look at that euro dollar. I go back to last week's high, last week's low. Okay, here's last week's high, last week's low. Now I didn't know exactly where this was going, but here's an idea. If I simply run my fibs from that low to that high point up there, look where the market went to. The market came all the way down and went to the 141.4 that I often tell folks to look for, either the 127.2 or the 141.4. So anytime you're watching something that goes a bit beyond, then my recommendation is to go look at the previous day's high and low and run a fib extension between that high and low, or go to last week's high and low and run a fib extension off of that and look for that market to push to that level. Other than that, to answer the question, DOTS doesn't really care about the news. It's just looking at the average price movement and how that average price movement over a period of time relates to the market expanding or contracting, and adjust the levels appropriately. Well, this is Dean Malone with CompassFX. So this one question about how does the DOTS handle the news will help you in your trading. If you want to learn more about DOTS, go over to www.compassfx.com/DOTS. You can watch a video about DOTS. You can also see some trading results going back to 2013. Y'all make it a great day. Get some good trades. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.